Today I'm gonna play Black Myth Wukong and I want to show how can defeat another boss. This is gonna be the complete guide of how you can defeat the Keeper of Flaming Mountains and also the Yin-Yang fish. There are two bosses, there is one boss but two different fights. I'm gonna explain everything, and if you have any problem defeating those guys, you are on the right channel, because I'm gonna explain how I defeated them. First things first, if you don't know how to reach this boss, you have to make your way to the Furnace Valley to the Emerald Hall, but I just released a video of how you can find this boss if you have any problem. Now, the fight will start in a whole new area, this one with black and white, a little bit of black and white, not everything is black and white here. You're gonna get some damage at the beginning of the fight, doesn't matter, it's something that is not important. And then, as you can see, I just released a Plank of Many. This is the first spell, in my opinion, that you should start with. You can be very aggressive, you don't want to waste your time, it's not a problem. You can use at least half of your mana in the first fight. You're gonna see that our guy is gonna stand up there and is gonna release some of those soldiers, I don't know, or enemies. You can defeat all of them, it's quite easy. While you are defeating these guys, don't use any spells, so keep your spells. And also always watch your stamina and your life in this fight. Again, don't use any spells, any, I don't know, not like I did here. I just mistaked. I couldn't help it to use that step cloud, but again, don't use any spells in this fight, because it's gonna be quite easy to defeat these guys. Defeat every single one of them and we're gonna move further. And by the way, always watch your life. And if you didn't upgrade your guard to the mythical one, to the level 10, to the ultimate one, I just released a video of how you can upgrade your guard, and you can have the best of the best guards that you can have. Now, after you're gonna defeat every single one of those enemies, you're gonna see our guy down here. We can be extra aggressive. You can just use that immobilize spell. Almost defeated him, but you cannot defeat him yet, only because he's gonna be transformed into another enemy. And now, look at that, we have to defeat our horse. We're gonna defeat the horse, but if you are using the red tide, I think the red tide is the name of this transformation, look how much damage you can do to the horse if you do the right moves. You can take at least half of his life with the red tide, as you can see right here. It's quite useful against the horse. So if you have it, you can just use it right now. And I have the Weaver Needle vessel prepared for the next fight. So prepare that, don't use it yet. That Weaver Needle, if you didn't have it, if you don't have it yet, I have a video also with that of how you can get it. That is the only thing that I need to use. But again, this boss fight is quite easy. You can just charge your spell. One more hit and the fight is over. Now, we're gonna go in the second phase. We have to defeat that Yin-Yang fish. And that fight, in my opinion, was a little bit harder than the first one, but definitely you can do it. You can just save a little bit more mana than I did. I didn't save enough, I have to admit that. But let's prepare for the next fight.
You shall be feasted upon by my Yin-Yang fish.
What a stingy host! Such a meager fish. Hardly enough for a platter.
Now this fish is quite, it's quite, I don't know how to call it. It's fast. Something. It's for sure. It's fast, and you have to jump a lot. It's gonna have some phases when it's gonna release those balls. It's quite difficult to avoid them. I'm not the best fighter, I have to admit, but I have for you the best advices. Now, as you're gonna see that it's standing there, don't stand in the back, because it's gonna hit you with the tail. So if you have that immobilize spell, just use it. As you can see right now, I just used my vessel. I used my Weaver Needle, which is really good against this guy. And now it's gonna put some eggs, or I don't even know what are those, but avoid them. they're gonna disappear, don't worry. And be extra aggressive when you're gonna see him on the ground standing. Be very, very aggressive. Only that. When it's gonna be in the air, be careful because it has some moves. This one, it's really hard to avoid. As you can see, if it's catch you once, probably it's gonna catch you a lot of times. I just avoid most of them, but again, it's quite hard to avoid those balls. Yeah, balls from the sky. I said that. Okay, be careful at the tail. And now it's my moment to be very aggressive with this guy. As you can see, I'm gonna do a lot of damage. Also, my spirit charged, which is really, really good for me. Be careful not to waste your spirit if you have it. Mine is upgraded to the max. Okay, it's gonna shoot some things like that. But again, I want to be extra aggressive, and also my transformation spell is back again. Look how much damage you can do with the transformation spell. But remember, this is the red tide transformation. Now it's time to finish the job. Avoid some of those moves. And here we go. The spirit is very useful. It's upgraded to the max, by the way. That spirit that I have is the first one that you can get in this game. I just upgraded to the max, and this is something that I couldn't avoid. So be careful at that when it's in the air. Just try to jump 1 second before it's gonna shoot those things in the from the sky. At least 1 second if you want to be safe. But again, the fight was a little bit harder in the second phase, maybe because I didn't have enough mana to cast the Plank of Many spell. But if you have mana, if you're gonna left some mana, just use a Plank of Many spell and you're gonna do your job even easier. You can defeat this guy even easier. So that was another fight. I have videos with every single fight, even the hard ones, on my YouTube channel. If you have any problem to defeat some of those bosses, you can find the guides on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's it. Love you all. Like, subscribe, share. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Be safe. And yes, you're gonna get another awesome cutscene.
You go up this way. Check if any way leads up. I'll go look around. The owner might be gone, but her treasure might still be there.